Ahead of the 1980-81 season, the Denver Nuggets were looking to build around their star shooting guard Alex English and the aging but still solid big man Dan Issel. To that end, they traded away their 1983 first-round draft pick in a deal that brought point guard T.R. Dunn to the team. Dunn carved out a solid career alongside English, but the pick they dealt away would eventually become Clyde Drexler, who is widely considered one of the best players to ever lace him up. While there is some potential for their skill sets to overlap, you have to wonder what would happen if English and Drexler had teamed up. After all, the Nuggets quickly became one of the better teams in the league as English ascended to the league's leading scorer in the early 80s. Could Drexler have taken them over the top and turned the Nuggets into a perennial title contender? Let's rewind the clock and see what happens. After much finagling and making 2K work with me, we finally have Clyde Drexler on the Denver Nuggets. Now, of course, as I maybe have mentioned in the intro here, I don't know if they would have made this trade because in real life, as you can see, like without J.R. Dunn, their point guard is this guy who I think is fake. And then don't pretend like he doesn't exist. Pretend Jeff Lamp is not a real. In fact, I'm just going to release him if I can. So we're going to release that guy because he is. I had to trade him to make the salary caps work. But having Alex English and Clyde Drexler, both like tall shooting guards, I don't know how well it's going to work without a point guard, but we'll just have to see. And then they have Kiki, like the same size. I mean, maybe this Melly guy can come down and play point guard. I don't know. But yeah, so it is a very oddly constructed team, but it does have a lot of good players. So could be good, could be terrible. I might go look for a point guard in free agency just to give them someone else besides Greg Hubbard, maybe a veteran if it's available. But this is what the team looks like now, so I'll see you at the end of the season. Okay, as tends to happen around this era, Magic Johnson is your MVP. 22 points, 12 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Very good season for him. Ralph Sampson is your Rookie of the Year. Unfortunately, it couldn't be Clyde for us, but I guess that makes sense given he's playing behind Alex English. Kevin McHale is your 6th man. Ralph Sampson, Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. Sleepy Floyd is your Most Improved. He does not look sleepy there. His eyes are wide open. And then Brad Nelson, 71-11. Who did that? And Brandon Anderson. I hope that is us, but probably not going to be okay. No, we're looking for Nuggets. We're not seeing any of them. There's Walter Davis. What a guy. Okay, here we go. Alex English does make 3rd team All-NBA. Look at Mr. Sampson making it as a rookie. Very good for him. What about these defensive teams? Not seeing anybody there. Nobody there. Any rookies did? Okay, Clyde did make Rookie of the Year. All rookie first team. He did have 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Not terrible. 1 steal. That's good. Pretty solid numbers for Clyde. I don't know. I don't have his numbers offhand with me. Oh, there's Doc Rivers. I don't have his numbers with me, so I can't tell you how it compared, but I'm assuming it's lower simply because of how good the team is around him. Okay, they're a 6th seed in the NBA, in the West, excuse me, which is about what they did. I think they had a first-round exit in real life. Let me actually go pull it up, and I will let you know. 1 second. Yeah, so the 83-84 Nuggets were 7th in the NBA. They lost in the first round in 5 games to the Jazz. Let's see how they do here. We'll sim through this round. They're going to beat Phoenix, so they're out of the second round. They have to play, or the first round, they're going to play their nemesis, the Utah Jazz in round 2. Let's see how this goes. We'll go slow because I don't think they're going to make it very far this year. So Utah picks up game 1, game 2. They bring it back. How's Clyde doing? Can we see what's our young rookie doing in these playoffs? Pretty solid, 17 points. So he's playing quite a bit, which is good. That does mean that Kiki is not playing. Wow. Okay, he might be hurt. Let's check that real quick. Is Kiki Vanderway hurt? That could be bad. That could be very bad. We want the. Where are we? We are the Nuggets. Oh, Alex English is hurt. Okay. Alex English. Okay, so our only point guard's hurt, and Alex English is hurt. So this is not looking good for us right now. I don't know why Kiki only played 17 minutes. Okay, can we look again real quick? Sorry. Okay, so now Kiki's playing a ton, and Alex English is still playing. Clyde's 1 point off the bench. Okay, I don't know what exactly happened there, but anyways, moving on. Can we claw it back? Utah takes a 3-2 game series or game lead, and they win in 6. Okay, so is it going to be, now this is the era of the Boston versus LA quite often. So is it going to be that again as usual? In fact, it is going to be Boston. Your league MVP is your finals MVP. Magic Johnson, 17 and 12, 2 steals per game. They go over the Celtics in 5 games. So a decent first year for Clyde and the Nuggets, which is a weird sentence to say. They improved on what they did in real life. The issue for them, of course, if we just look real quick before we move on, is if we go to the Nuggets roster, they just don't have a great point guard. And so hopefully we can fix that. Hopefully Clyde keeps improving. Maybe he can like slide in as Alex English ages, and maybe it might work better, right? Because obviously like Dan Issel, very old. It's always weird to call someone very old when you're the same age. Very old for an NBA player, but Danny Shea is Kiki, pretty young, so maybe Clyde like filling in that role will do very nicely. We'll see. Maybe Greg Hubbard can become a starter. Or a star, I guess. He probably is a starter. I don't know for sure. But anyways, we're going to go on to Season 2. I will see you at the start of that season. Okay, so this is interesting. Here is the new look Nuggets. Now, Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, Dan Issel, Clyde Drexler all still here, but they have added Bill Cartwright. The Bulls, I wouldn't say legend, but Bulls like hero, if we can use a FIFA term. No new point guard. Actually, I mean, they do have a new point guard. Dave Tate was not here last year, but no like big new point guard. But it does look like they have maybe solidified the starting lineup a little bit. They have a ton. Look at how many centers they have on this roster. I think the Nuggets are prepping for Hack-a-Shaq a little too early. But yeah, so looking decent. I mean, 5 starters all in the 80s, which is always good to see. Now, it will be interesting. I guess I say 5 starters, but I guess Clyde is probably going to come off the bench. I can't see him. I mean, maybe he plays some point guard. I'm not sure. He's actually not listed as a point guard. We could change that, but I think I'm going to leave it for now because I don't know. I mean, Alex English does have better playmaking. So maybe we could change him to a point guard. I don't know. But anyways, let's look at the rest of the league really quickly. Any other big changes? Probably not. Remember, this era, people didn't move around quite as much, so you don't see it as often. Also, my knowledge of where people played in this era is not quite as high as it is in like modern days. So I will probably miss some people here and there. But it looks pretty much what you'd expect so far. I mean, yeah, all these guys are playing where I think they should play. I don't know where Jim Paxson played. I mean, it says Portland, so he must be at Portland. I don't know if he moved around or not. Oh, there's a big one, huh? The Kansas City Kings, the team I am controlling, has drafted a young Michael Jordan. He did not go to the Bulls. Did he go number 1 overall? Can you see that? No, he went 2 overall. So where is... That makes me wonder, okay, where's Akeem? Okay, the Bulls drafted Akeem. Okay. Now, it's always interesting, right? Because you're going to guess that... like, I don't remember... I know I just did the redraft, the 1984 draft. But I don't know where... it doesn't matter. I don't know where Sam Bowie, like what his rating is. So anyways, that is the team. We are going to go ahead and sim to the end of the season. I think it is moving in the right direction. It'll be very interesting to see what these Kings do now that they have Jordan on the squad. But I will see you at the end of the season. Make it back-to-back for Magic. Another MVP for the Lakers stud. Looking pretty good. Points up, I think, from last year. Assists about around the same place. So looking good for him. Akeem wins Rookie of the Year behind 23, nearly 11, and almost 3 blocks per game. That is ridiculous. Dale Ellis is your 6th Man of the Year. Big fan of Dale Ellis run here. Shooting percentage from 3 looking very good. Would love to see what this guy would look like in the modern era. We may do a save about that in the future. He is one of the all-time great shooters that not a lot of people know about. And I think in a modern offense, like put him, what honestly might be the save to be, we went the wrong way. Okay, here we go. What honestly might be the save that I do is replace Klay Thompson with Dale Ellis and see what happens. That could be a fun one. Okay, Akeem Olajuwon, Defensive Player of the Year. Fat Lever, Most Improved. I mean, I feel like, I don't know Fat Lever's career numbers, but okay, that's a nice jump. I guess this is early in his career, so it makes sense he's getting better. Okay, Brad Nelson. Ooh, that's a good record, 70 and 12. for whoever that is. It is going to be probably going to be the Lakers, to be honest with you. Okay, anybody from the Nuggets? Alex English, second team, All NBA, alongside Jordan and Akeem, both his rookies making the list. Okay, like to see that. Anything else? Was that Jordan as a rookie? Wow, and first team all defenses rookies. Wow. Okay, that is wild. Okay, nothing else there. Anything else for the Nuggets? I'm not seeing anything. So we will go ahead and sim to the playoffs. And the Nuggets are, oh boy, they're a 2 seed. Okay, actually, we can look at what their lineup is. So yeah, so they are bringing Drexler off the bench. Is he hurt? Drexler might be hurt. Let's check that really quickly. Sorry for that. Oh my. Oh boy, I see a couple of Nuggets there. Okay, so dang it. All right, so they're the 2 seed, but 2 of their stars are hurt. Dan Issel has torn his right Achilles. He's out for the season. And Clyde is day-to-day. But with it being a -7 to his status, I think he's probably going to have to sit for a while and be a little bit, probably be out of it for a bit here. Yeah, wow. You hate to see that from Dan Issel because he was doing well. Can we actually look? How many games did they play? Stats and standings. Okay, so we're Nuggets and Issel. Yeah, Issel only played 55 games this year, so he's been hurt quite a bit. Hate to see that for our guy, but what can you do? Okay, they really need a new. Actually, I mean, Greg Hubbard. Look, he's coming around. He's 24 years old, 74 overall. That's not bad. All right. Anyways, let's sim through the first round. See if they can make it through without 2 of their players. It could be a tough one. They do make it through. They beat LA Clippers, who have who? The Clippers have Norm Nixon, Terry Cummings, Bill Walton. I think that happened in real life, so I don't know why I said it like that. Josh Donaldson. All right, so now they're taking on Phoenix. And Phoenix has Walter Davis, Larry Nance, Mo Lucas, Alvin Adams, James Edwards, Paul Westphal. Not a bad little team here. This could be a tough one. Okay, let's go through it game by game, see how it goes. Denver picks up game 1. Good for them. Denver gets game 2. Denver gets game 3. Can they sweep? No, the brooms are not coming out today, everybody. Oh, they're taking us to 5. Come on, guys. Oh, no, it's okay. All right, time to simcast this thing. Which one is good? I don't want to call the plays. We just want to go through this. Okay, continue. Simulate. Fastest. All right, let's get it through this a little bit. We want to get down to like the 4th quarter, and then we can watch a little bit slower. Okay. All right, so they are, we don't really need to watch slower because they are winning by double digits at this point. They've outscored us in every quarter, and they're going to mop the floor with us. Walter Davis cannot be stopped. We do outscore them in the 4th quarter, but it's not enough. We lose by 13 points, and the Denver Nuggets are again out in the 2nd round. But I will point out, if you'll let me, that, oh, never mind. They were, actually, okay, in the real world, they yeah, they made the conference finals, so not nearly as good in this season as they were in the playoffs, which is too bad. But I do believe that like after this season they die off a little bit. Yeah, the next season they're not quite as good, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, what's happening? Okay, okay, sim through the playoff. Oh. No, we don't want to force a win. I don't care about either of these teams winning. Although, Dallas beat the Lakers, just noticing that. Lakers and Boston both out. Wow. Okay. Did not imagine that happening. And the 76ers, behind Julius Erving's nearly 30 points a game, are your NBA champions. They win in 5 over the Dallas Mavericks. Who do the Mavericks have? Oh, they have Mark Aguirre, right? Of course, Kurt Nimphus, Dale Ellis. We're just talking about him. Otis Thorpe. Ooh, okay, this team's not bad. All right, like that. Love that. Unfortunately, they can't beat the 76ers, who have, Julius Erving. They have Mo Cheeks. They got Moses. They got Sam Perkins. Okay, sure. Yeah, Bobby Jones. Don't know why I just completely skipped over him. There's Jeff Lamp, who I cut in season 1. But yeah, okay, so that's season 2 in the books. It could be time for Alex English to move on. I think that they're about a piece or 2 away from contending, so we'll see if that happens at the start of season 3. Okay, so they haven't made any moves really. I take that back. They did make one move, a couple moves at the point guard spot, but the top 3 are still the top 3. Unfortunately, it looks like Alex English is starting the decline in his career, and they maybe will only have 1 more year of Clyde. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. He's on his last year of his deal, so he could leave depending on how the money goes. Dan Issel also on the last year of his deal, but he's 37 years old, so he's probably not long for this world anyways. I don't mean that he's going to die. I just mean that he's not going to play basketball anymore. And then Bill Cartwright, still 83, so still 5 guys in the 80s, and I think maybe a little bit better depth, at least a little bit better point guards on the team. So they have 3 point guards all above 75, mostly relatively young. Hubbard is gone, probably gone on to be one of the best players in the world. We can actually check to see where he went here in a second. Let's go to all players. Where's Hubbard? He was 70-something last year, so where are you, my friend? Is he still on a team? Did Hubbard make a team? He's here. He is a free agent. He did not make a team. Okay, too bad for him. All right. Okay. Oh, gosh, I hate how it does this. Okay, all the way to the top. Any big... Oh, my God. I don't know why I thought that was... I read these names out of order, and I was like, oh, my gosh, Larry Bird joined the Pistons, but no. Okay, any big moves? So far, it looks like it's all the same as usual. I mean, obviously, like, these don't look the same as usual, but, you know, that's just the stuff that happens when you get the draft being weird. In this save, for some reason, Ralph Sampson is progressing. I feel like he never progresses, but in this save, they're letting it happen, which, you know, I'm not mad about it. It's just weird that it doesn't happen in any other save I do. Anything else that I'm noticing? No, not really. This may be something. I don't remember. I believe Otis Birdsong was on, or maybe that was Otis Thorpe. Yeah, I think it was Otis Thorpe, but he is playing alongside John Stockton. Clark Kellogg on the Pacers. I'm not sure if that was a thing. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, nothing too surprising. I mean, just Patrick Ewing's joined the Hawks. Of course, with the rookies, it's always weird, so nothing really to report there, just except to point it out that it's happening. Oh, there's Daryl Dawkins. How old is he? 28 years old. Well, this Nets team might be sneaky good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sim the rest of the season. I don't see anything else too big to note, so we're just going to go ahead and skip. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so we're just going to go and skip. Hello? We're just going to go and skip to the end of the season. I don't want to do any quick editing. I will see you in a second. Magic Johnson back again, winning your MVP. Patrick Ewing, Rookie of the Year, no big surprise there. John Sundvold, I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly, but he's 6th Man of the Year, and he has 50% from three-point range. That is, okay, sure. He has become a long-range sniper, apparently. I'm not sure how many threes he takes a game, but I'm just kidding. He took 4, so he's not a three-point sniper. Akeem picking up Defensive Player of the Year again. Remember, if you remember back to the redraft video, this tends to happen with Hakeem Olajuwon. He just wins Defensive Player of the Year over and over and over again in saves because there's no voter fatigue. James Worthy is your most improved player, which I know recently I looked back to see if there was how many teams had done most Rookie of the Year and MVP where there were different players, but most improved and MVP, that seems odd. Brad Nelson, Jacob Park. Okay, anybody from us, not on the first team, not on the second team, and, oh, okay, sorry, Alex English makes the second team. So, third team. So, I guess at this point what we can say, I think like pretty clearly is that if you are Clyde Drexler, you probably wish you hadn't gone to the Nuggets because he's not able to get past Alex English, which is not ideal. All right, anything on these teams? Clyde Drexler does, however, make second team. So he is doing well. He's points are progressing, rebounds going up, assists, all of his numbers are going up. How many games is he playing though? That's the real question. Can we see games played? So he's only started 20 games and he's played in 70. So not the best, but at least he's getting solid minutes. Like, what is minutes per game? His minutes are 29. So his minutes are going up. He's like playing into a good position. Hopefully, if he gets in there, soon, he can move up even faster. We'll just have to see what happens. Anything else here? No rookies for them. Okay. The Nuggets this year are the 3rd seed. Okay. They're playing Houston, which is not that worrying. I mean, they should be this Houston team. Obviously, they have, oh my God, they have Karl Malone and Ralph Sampson. Oh boy. Okay, so they're maybe going to struggle. Maybe going to struggle in the post. Although, Bill Cartwright and Kiki Vanderway, they could do some damage, right? I mean, this team just looks so good. They just look so good. And at this point, being able to move Kiki, I guess, back to the 4 opens it up for Clyde to play here, which is the small forward, so that's good. But, of course, I mean, I guess that doesn't mean Dan Issel's hurt. But, I mean, like, can he just retire? He's 37 years old. Can he just retire? I mean, look, you had a good career, my friend, but you're just accumulating. You're accumulating stats right now. You had it. You were great for a long time, but you are way, way down the table in terms of, like, ability. So just hang it up, my friend. Okay. Anyways, let's see how this goes. I apologize to any Dan Issel lovers out there. And Dan Issel, now look, I got to look this up. Hold on. Okay, I've confirmed that Dan Issel is not dead. So I was about to say, if he's watching this, I apologize to you and your family. But I was worried maybe he had passed away. Thankfully, we have now learned, you and I have both learned, that Dan Issel is still alive and with us at the ripe old age of, at the ripe old age of 74 years young. Hopefully he's a good dude. I'm assuming he is at this point, but you could fact check me later if you need to. Okay, so let's keep going with this save. They're in the second round. They're going to play Dallas. This is Mark Aguirre's team. Dale Ellis is here. They have a lot of good players on the bench. I'm not really sure why. I don't know. I guess it's just positionally, maybe Derek Harper, Rolando Blackman, Otis Thorpe. This team could be tough to beat. They're number 2 for a reason, right? But of course, LA and Boston both lost last year. So you never know. Okay, let's go slow through this. Dallas picks up game 1 and game 2. Denver brings it back. Come on, boys. Dallas gets game 3. Okay, game 5. We're going to game 6. Come on. Okay, it's game 7. Let's watch this bad boy. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah. Continue. Okay. All right, let's get deep into the game. All right, we are doing well so far. Are we going to lead at halftime? No, okay. We may have led at halftime. I'm not sure, but they came back on a run. Okay. Oh my God, go slow. Okay. All right. Every time I get so flustered because it moves so quickly, and then we're winning by 11 points. So the Denver Nuggets have moved forward to the Western Conference Finals. That is bettering their record from in real life, where, interestingly enough, this season they were the 3rd team in the West. But they lost in the Western Conference semis. So they are playing this in the conference finals. Now it's against the Lakers, so it's going to be tough. But, oh no. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh my God. Atlanta beat oh my goodness. Atlanta beat Boston. Oh my gosh. Wow. These teams are just, wow. Tree Rollins, Patrick Ewing, Dominique. These teams are getting saucy out here. Okay. Where is he plays for the Kings, right? Jordan's still not even in the playoffs. That's too bad for him. Okay. Can they best the Lakers? Now this is, they have the MVP, 3-time MVP. They got the most improved player of the year. I think they have the best record. This would be a huge upset if we can win this. We lose game 1. Lakers take game 2 as well. I think you're going to get the brooms out, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakers have swept the Denver Nuggets out of the playoffs. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with losing to that team. They are very, very good. But it does hurt just a little bit. Okay, we'll sim through this. Can Detroit... This is going to be a slobber knocker of a matchup. Look at these two teams. They go... this team goes deep, 6 deep, 80 pluses. This team, they have Vinny Johnson is a bit of a... what is the word? I was going to say, it's the opposite of a bright spot. A bit of a drain on the team. I don't know. So they're not quite as good, but it's going to be interesting. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, the Pistons have upset the LA Lakers in 7 games. Isaiah Thomas, I almost call him Thompson. Isaiah Thomas comes alive and rips Magic Johnson's heart out and spits on it. Bill Laimbeer is just shoving Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Michael Cooper and Kurt Rambis into a locker. And they have won this game. Wow. Okay. Love to see that. Kelly Trapuka? I don't know. Miss Kelly is just going off. Cannot be stopped. I'm just saying these things. I have no idea if it's actually true. Trapuka he had 30 points. Vinny Johnson, 29 points. We talked about him being the only player out of the 80s in the starting lineup, and he absolutely dominated this game. Just played incredibly well. Much better than Bill Laimbeer, who had 10 points. I mean, look, Bill Laimbeer probably not there to score a ton, but 10-7, not terrible for him. Okay. Did you see that? Holy smoke. Can we hold on real quick? Did you notice 16-36? My man Isaiah is going crazy in the final. Okay. So we are through with this season. That was season number 3, I think. So we have 2 more left. Let's see if the Nuggets make any big changes heading into season number 4. Okay, so it's finally happened. We thought it might happen, honestly, because it was his last year, and you could tell he was getting a little annoyed having to play behind Alex English, but our man, Clyde Drexler, has left. We'll figure out where he went here in a second. I will point out, though, that they did add Drazen Petrovic, so maybe he can fill in that slot and do it very well. He is a very good player, so we'll have to see how that goes. But let's check and see where our man went. Any other big moves? I mean, MJ moving up quickly. Akeem, same. Where are you? Clyde Drexler's up to a 90 overall. He is... oh, no. Just like real life, he has joined Houston, but Hakeem is not there. You know who is there, I believe, is Ralph Sampson and Karl Malone. So that'll be interesting. Okay, any other big movers and shakers? I don't think so. No, that was a different Dennis, I think. Ewing's there. Yeah. I don't see anybody. Let's really quick go look at this Rockets team. Okay, they have Clyde, they have Ralph, and they have Karl Malone, and our man Rodney McRae. Craig Elo's here as well. They do have a point guard, Jay Humphries, who can play, but they got Bacon, that's good. But yeah, Paul Westphal, old Paul Westphal's here hanging out. This team could be in the running. I mean, they don't have like a world beater. Like if we go look at the Lakers real quick, Lakers obviously they have. I mean, James Worthy is hurt, but otherwise they have like a lot of good players. But they also have freaking Magic Johnson. Same with like the Celtics. You look at the Celtics, they have Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Kevin McHale, great players by themselves. But then also Larry Bird, which makes a big difference. I don't know if you could say the same about like the Kings. Unfortunately, they have nobody. And then that's rude. I shouldn't call Larry Drew and LaSalle Thompson nobody, or Chuck Person. He's a person. And Taj Gibson. No, who's this? Tyrone Gibson. But they have Michael Jordan. So this is going to be okay. So we'll see if the move away for Clyde helps them out. We'll see how the Nuggets, what they can do without him. Unfortunately, I do not think they're probably going to do very well. In fact, in this season in real life, they were under 500, and they were the 8th seed in the West and lost to the Lakers, getting swept. So maybe they'll repeat that. Maybe they'll be even worse. We're about to find out. I will see you at the end of season number 4. Well. No more Magic on top. It is Michael Jeffrey Jordan behind 36. Let me say that again. 36 points per game. 2 steals, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. What a season. I mean, geez Louise, can you imagine? He goes from 27 to 36, and he's only 94 overall, so he's only going to get even better as we move forward. Now, we're only going to do one more season after this, so he's not going to have much more time to move forward, but my. Okay, Mark Price is your Rookie of the Year. I really like that Pacer jersey. Do other people hate that? Because I love that jersey. I would wear that. Larry Nance is your 6th Man of the Year. Akeem Olajuwon defense. Again, it's going to keep happening. You might as well just like stamp him on this place because he's not moving. This is his trophy. Might as well change that little statue of the man in his defensive stance straight to Hakeem because he's going to win every time. AJ Perry is your Most Improved. I don't know if that's a real player. I don't think it is, just because of like the gear he has. I don't think anyone was really wearing a shooting sleeve at this point in time. I think it was more like elbow pads and wristbands. So I'm gonna guess that's fake, but not sure. Josh Ball, Keith Hodges. Okay. All right, now we have to pay attention now because Clyde could make a move, even though now he's no longer on the Nuggets. Okay, so Alex English stays on the list. Clyde is not here still. Wow, you hate to see that if you're a Clyde fan. Although Clyde's teammate, Karl Malone, I said Harl. Karl Malone is All-NBA third team, which makes sense. And then defensive team, nobody. And, oh, Clyde does make all defensive second team. Okay, and I think he made that last year with us, so it's not too surprising. What about these rookies? Dennis Rodman's here. Let's go. Okay, playing for Seattle. Would love to see him have played for Sabonis. Okay, love that. Dougherty. I was gonna say would have loved to see Dennis Rodman play for the Thunder, but that's obviously like a completely different era. I don't know, so I don't know why I even thought that. Okay, Houston is the 4 seed. Denver is the 8 seed, just like in real life. Now they're playing Dallas instead of LA, but are they going to get swept? We'll find out soon. Of course, the other team we're paying attention to is Houston. They're a 4 seed. They look okay. I mean, they look pretty solid. I say they look okay. They look very good, actually. This team could do some damage from that spot. They maybe had some injuries. They're coming up against a team that is just not, I don't think, going to be able to handle them. They got a lot of good guards, but not much size. And when I say size, I really mean a good small. Kenny Walker's good, but he's not on the level of the guys we have. So, yeah, I don't see Clyde Drexler is going to eat Lester Connor for breakfast. And then I think like Ralph Sampson and Karl Malone can probably handle these two pretty easily. Maybe you say like Sleepy Floyd's going to destroy Jay Humphries, but, does it really matter at that point? I mean, come on. Okay, so let's go ahead and sim through the first round, see how this goes. Oh my God, Denver made it out. Denver made it out and Houston didn't. Oh my God. Denver beats Dallas. Houston loses to this Golden State team I thought they were going to walk all over. Mark Aguirre cannot lead his team past these guys. Oh, mama. Okay. This is getting interesting. Eddie Johnson, we need him to come back. How long is he hurt? Okay. Loving this. Love to see it continue. That's the wrong team. Okay, he's out 4 to 6 weeks, so they may be in trouble because now Eddie Johnson is out and Washburn, who's not that great, but he's a decent role player, is also out. Okay, we're going to slow roll it. They probably won't make it past Golden State. Surely not. Oh my God, they won a game. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, boys. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. It was the Kings. Michael Jordan got eliminated by the Lakers. Okay. Dang. All right. Golden State has eliminated the Denver Nuggets. The 5 seed is making their way to the championship. Hopefully, we'd love to see that. If they can somehow beat the Lakers, they do not. The Lakers do win. Magic Johnson has another great finals performance, and they best the 76ers in 5. So, unfortunately, the Cinderella run ends. They actually, surprisingly, even though they lost Clyde Drexler, the Nuggets did better in this year than they did in real life. So, that's good to see, I guess. We're going to have one more season. We'll see if anything big changes. It is unfortunate that the Nuggets did not keep. You know what, actually? Here's what I'm going to do for the last season. I'm actually going to make a change. I'm going to make a quick change. I'm actually going to put Drexler back on the Nuggets and get rid of Alex English because I think that's what you really do, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know there's a little bit of cheating. People have been like okay with me cheating and like pushing me to cheat more. So I'm just going to do it. All right, I will see you back when we have Clyde Drexler back on the Denver Nuggets after a year away. Okay, so I have to be honest. The GM of this team is doing pretty decently without me. They got a couple of young players in the offseason. I think they drafted Kenny Smith. I guess I had a draft pick. I'm not sure exactly how it went, but they drafted Kenny Smith. They also have Horace Grant, a young Horace Grant. I'm not sure if they drafted him. They drafted one of these guys and traded. I don't know exactly how it worked, but somehow they got these two. But then I went and traded Reggie Theus for Clyde Drexler. Now, obviously, they would never make that trade, but because I wanted to make sure that Clyde ended the career that we're going to see with the Nuggets, because that was kind of the point. I went ahead and got him back. Now they got rid of Alex English. I was just going to trade Alex English for Clyde Drexler, but Alex English also left and joined, I think, the Lakers. Yeah, so he's joined the Lakers. He's going to try to team up with Magic in this all-guard lineup to win a championship. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to go very well for them. But yeah, so this is what the team looks like. I think they're actually like very well built for winning because they have Kenny Smith, Clyde Drexler and Drazen Petrovic, Eddie Johnson and Kiki, Rodney McRae, Horace Grant, and then Washburn, Porter, and Cartwright. So a pretty solid team, like a good mix of ages. Nobody's too old. It should be interesting to see if they can do it, but we'll see how it goes. There's some other good teams in the league. Like these guys are pretty solid, as you can see. This team that Clyde left was obviously pretty good, but now they're not quite as good as they used to be. There's some other ones. I think, who was it? I thought I saw somebody had both. No, that can't be true because there's David Robinson right there. I thought I'd seen David Robinson and Chris Doherty were on the same team, or Brad Doherty, excuse me, Chris Doherty. Isn't that might be, I think it's an artist, a recording artist, a music player, as it were. But yeah, so this team's pretty solid. James Worthy came to play with the 76ers, and then Grant Hill. Grant Hall. Grant Hall. I was going to say, that seems early for Grant Hill, and in fact it is. So some decent teams. I mean, these guys are pretty okay. But I think, I think we might have the edge, but actually this team is pretty good. Although the Celtics have not won anything yet in this save, so you never know. This team also looking pretty solid. Anybody else? Yeah, the Kings are kind of good. I mean, they have Jordan, so that always helps. But yeah, no, I don't think anybody really stands out as like so incredibly good right now. So we might actually have a real shot to win this with this team. But we'll see how it goes. This is our last season. I'm going to send to the end of it and see if maybe the Nuggets can win themselves a championship. I will see you here in a second. Okay, Akeem Olajuwon is your MVP. Very good season for him. 27, nearly 12 rebounds, 1 steal, 2.5 blocks. David Robinson, Rookie of the Year for Phoenix. That's a weird look, but okay. Jerry Reynolds, 6th Man of the Year. Now, of course, I pointed this out before, but in these saves, in real life, of course, David Robinson would not have been playing yet. He would have still been in the service, but they don't put that in the game, so he comes in early. Like he could have, I don't know, maybe he could have like deferred his service. I don't know how that works. Never been in the military. But in this case, David Robinson does not go serve for 2 years and instead goes straight to the NBA and plays very well. Jerry Reynolds, 6th Man of the Year. Akeem, Defensive Player of the Year. Again, just, rubber stamp him on this thing. He's never going to go away. Ron Harper is your Most Improved for the Mavericks. And then these dudes are your Executive and Coach of the Year. Okay. We're looking for our Nuggets. Not here. Nobody on the second team. There we go. Clyde Drexler. I almost called him Sleepy Clyde because Sleepy Floyd is right below him. Clyde Drexler does win All-NBA third team. Good for him. He's also first team All-Defense. Love that. Anybody else? No. No. And no. I'm kind of surprised. Oh no, Kenny Smith does make it. I was going to say, I thought Kenny Smith might make it. He seemed like he was going to have a lot of playing time alongside. Like I feel, his assist numbers are kind of low. I thought his assist numbers would be pretty high considering who he's playing around. But anyways, let's see where they stand there. The 4 seed, Houston, is the 1 seed because, man, maybe Clyde should have stayed because this team looks very good now with both Ralph and Carl nearing the 90s. Okay, looks a little bit better than this squad, I think. Maybe we made it the wrong decision. But I really wanted him to end the career here because, this is the team he came to. But what can you do? All right, let's send him to the first round. Hopefully they can at least beat Mark Aguirre's Dallas Mavericks. Oh, my God. If the Houston Rockets win and spite me, I'm going to be I cannot freaking believe they lost to Dallas in the first round. All right. Let's see. Can Houston win the playoffs? Mark Aguirre, leave us alone. Why are you doing this to us? What do we ever do to you? Oh my God. Okay. So it's just it's a poop show all around. Okay. All right. Is it going to be Lakers versus 76ers as it always is? It is in fact going to be Lakers versus 76ers. All right. Fine. 76ers win. Okay, so look, I think that what we can say here is if you're a Clyde Drexler fan, if you're Clyde Drexler himself, you probably made the right choice. Well, he didn't really make a choice, right? You're probably happy that you played for Portland because I think both you and the team you played for did better than in this save. If you're Denver, you probably like, I don't know, it's like 50-50, right? Like they're about the same, maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit worse depending on the year. So not a big change for them, unfortunately. I think the problem here is that they had Alex English. If Alex English was, I don't know, if Clyde Drexler or Alex English were a few inches shorter and a better playmaker, maybe it makes a big difference because then you could play one of them at the point guard. But in this case, we could not do that. I mean, maybe I could have just tried it, but I did not because I thought, neither of them really had the like playmaking skills you'd want. So I was hoping Hubbard would roll up and be able to make that position his own, but he did not. And even rookie Kenny Smith was not enough to bring them over the edge, which is too bad. But, it was a pretty fun save. We got to see some teams that weren't the Lakers and the Celtics win. That was fun. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and call this one, I guess, a failure because, I mean, anyone you don't win a championship seems like a failure, right? You only get 5 seasons, so, of course, what's his name? Clyde Drexler. He's only 25. He's probably going to play for maybe another decade. Who knows? I'm not sure. But he's looking good. His numbers are pretty solid. I don't know. It's just frustrating when they don't win a championship when you want them to. But, what can you do? C'est la vie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.